Okay, so this is new bike day. Yes, it's another Canyon. I didn't really want to get another Canyon, but such as like it was on sale, and like I do like the feeling of my Spectral, so it was nice. It's been nice with this bike because it does feel pretty similar, just way more travel and heavier. It is the lowest end version, AL5, but like to be fair, the components honestly they're not bad. They have Deore 4-pot or 4-piston brakes, and then Select Zeb up front 170, and then 170 Vivid in the back. So it eats up stuff pretty well. The only negative, it has entry-level rims, right? Which is not a problem, but I've never had rims give me a problem on a new bike or any of the new rims that I've gotten in the past. Well, some nipples came loose, and I have multiple nipples floating around in between the tape and the outside of the rim, which is really unfortunate. So that means I have like three or four loose spokes. And here's the kicker. It's like, oh, you could easily fix that, but the problem is I flat spotted the rim. So I immediately have to get another rim. Max. All I know is it's a blue jump trail. It's a fun one. It's a little greasy in spots. So I'm not pushing super hard. But it's been a really fun day. It's nice to have a bike that feels familiar at a bike park instead of always renting, which is the main reason. Plus Snoqualmie is putting a lot of money into this bike park and building out trails. So I figured it's worth it to get a park bike. And I know it's the first day, but so far it really feels worth it. I don't feel the need to really learn this bike wholly because it feels so similar. Yeah! Man, going to Whistler, which I didn't film at all, like a month ago, really upped my jumping game. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Yeah! Dude, those are senders, even if it is a blue, and metal lips, they're pretty long. Finally. But yeah, this bike has been pretty fun. Just the predictability is what I love. I know the bike, which is just so nice. And you can lean it so much more than a DH bike, which is the main reason I didn't get a DH bike. So it comes spec'd with a Zeb Select, which is like just below Zeb Ultimate. So it has a better damper than Zeb Base does. And then the Vivid Select, I believe, is the lowest end Vivid. I'm not sure though. But I mean, it's still plenty. To be fair, I will say that compared to top end Fox, which I understand would be pretty similar to top end similar to top end RockShox. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely softer off the top with Fox. It's just better. I can't deny that. Yeah, I enjoy this trail. This is cool. Better than Lost and Found, which is another single black. Just want to make sure. Okay. Terrible line, but sometimes it be like that. This is my second time on this trail. You know, this bike park is a very different flavor when it's wet compared to when it's dry. It gets pretty rowdy with all of the roots. It's really good at teaching you to de-weight over roots for sure, wet roots. Missed that line last time too. But this bike is a Mullet, by the way. I do enjoy it. Can absolutely get the back end out. Not that I'm doing crazy whips, but get a little movement in air. And I think it's making it easier to lean and change directions, which is great. And that's the main reason I didn't get a DH bike, is I don't like how long they are. Even if they gobble everything. Gobble up everything. I love leaning the bike. And it's just so much better with these bikes as opposed to those long beach. And on with it. This is pretty flowy, I believe. And there's a nice center over here. Oh, I went way too far. I'm glad they did that with the woodwork. This section was terrible last year, especially in the wet. Okay. Well, my initial plan was to do a single or double black, but since my rear wheel I only half trust right now, I figured just doing another blue is a better idea. Hopefully Wapiti is, or Wapiti, whatever it's pronounced, is calm enough, and I don't have to worry about the rear wheel too much. There's not a whole lot of crazy lateral forces, but yeah, this bike's awesome. I'm loving it. It's just so good to feel immediately gelled, because it feels so similar to the Spectral, just of course longer travel, heavier bike. It's just, I hated having to learn whatever rental that I was using, and then half the time I still don't even feel really comfortable on the rental. But my plan is to swap my XTs over to this, because I will say, although these brakes are solid, they've done a great job all day, and I did a bunch of runs before I started filming. They are definitely not as powerful as the other brakes, for sure, which of course is something I expected. And then, of course, the rear wheel, because I literally just destroyed it, which is honestly kind of funny. And then, honestly, I'll probably upgrade the damper and the fork and then the reservoir and the rear shock, because, like, it does feel very, very harsh. It otherwise feels good, but it just feels harsh off the top. And I played around with the suspension a little bit today. I tried lower pressures. I started just kind of listening to the RockShox app. Which put it in a good spot. Definitely tell my speed is not as fast as it was earlier. That is a certainty. Turned out to be great conditions. I was a little afraid that it'd be too wet because it's been raining and stuff. But really, it's just kind of wet in the darker spots in the forest. Anything open to the air is pretty great for the most part. As you can see, a huge section of mud. You know, this trail has fun bits, but like honestly, I just don't vibe with it that much. There's some pumps and stuff, but like a lot of it's just like hole based, so it's kind of difficult to pump through. Okay, anybody coming? Oh, also, if you haven't been here before, Snoqualmie Bike Park, green party is honestly kind of fun for green. To be fair, I have not ridden it since the first time I was here. But yeah, overall, fun day. Fun day. Just unfortunate that I immediately have to replace the rear wheel. I mean, it can survive a little bit, but I don't want a flat spot because I feel it too much.